Hi, good morning. What we're going to do today, what I'm going to do today, is install a power module on a 2019 Volkswagen Polo GTI. Presumably out of 200 horsepower, we should generate about 235, 240. And what we have to do is install the module to connect it to two sensors, and I'm going to quickly show you how to get to them and where they are. Okay, right. Well, first of all, what we have to do is jack up the car, because one of the sensors is reachable only from the bottom. Well, let's have a look how it looks. I'll try to rotate the camera. I don't know how that works. Right. Well, you got to take this cover off, and after you take it off, this is one of the sensors, and the other sensor is way down there in front, close to the alternator, as a matter of fact. So what you have to do, you have to jack up the car, and after you jack it up, you got your splash plate, which you have to unscrew. It's a few. How many did I take off? 1, 2, 3, 4. I took off 5 T50s. T20s, torque screws, and then you just get to the sensor. Oopsie daisy. Let's try this again. You get to your sensor right over here, and you got to take the plug off. You got to take the sensor off, and then the wiring harness, you have to get it down from the top and then plug it in. Give me a sec. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's try it then. Right. The wiring loom. The wiring is pretty simple. This goes to the module, right? And so what we have is for one sensor, and this is for the other sensor. This one, the smaller one, is for the sensor on top, and this one, the big fat one, is for the sensor at the bottom. So we take the loom, we get to the car, and we have to take the big fat sensor and send it down to the bottom. Okay, now what we have to be aware of is the fact that here's a belt, here's one belt, and here's the fan. So what we have to do, we have to send this harness in between them and make sure it goes into such a position where it doesn't hit the fan or the belt in the meantime. Okay, so what I chose is a place over here in between the pipes, and you send it all the way down. Okay, the top one is pretty easy because it's right in front of you, right over here, so that will just plug in over here, and to plug it in is pretty simple. This one, just unhook it and slide it off. Okay, what you do is doing this with one hand is pretty difficult, but obviously you can use 2 hands when you do it at home. Okay, so you plug in the loom until it clicks, secure it. This is a little safety latch. Okay, have a look at it. You don't force it, just there, it's in place. The other side of that part, you plug in the original plug, just like that. Hang on. Okay. Okay. Just plug it in like this. One hand jobby. Okay, and the same on this side. Make sure this is hooked in place. Okay. And that's your top plug. That's your top sensor. And now we got your bottom sensor. The bottom sensor, we send the wires way down there. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to do it with one hand, but we'll give it a try. Okay, here's the original one. Where is our harness? It's over here. It's all the way down. There we go. Here it is. And what we do now is we need two hands. So hang on. Well, just like on the top, you join the one and the other one. On this bottom one, there is no the safety catch. Okay, there's just a press safety press catch. So you have to press on it. It's actually, you can see it over here. It's just one like that. Okay, we actually just press on this and it slides out. Okay, don't force it. Press on it gently and it slides out. You can always practice. But joining the two together, they have to fit, obviously. So you can always practice first the two to see how the plug on your car comes off. All right, let me put it on. It can place very nicely. Now we go to the top again. And all you have to do now is just make sure nothing dangles in the way of anything else. Just channel the wiring harness in a way that it doesn't touch any moving parts, and we'll be ready in a minute to plug in the module. Give me a sec. Right, I've channeled the wiring harness in such a way that the wires don't get bent. They're pretty all loose. And make sure when you put the cover back on, the bolts over here, it clears of those bolts where you're going to put the cover on. Okay, and by me it comes out that this module itself will be somewhere around here. That's okay, plenty of space over here. We can actually throw it somewhere on the side next to the original computer, or over here. We'll have a look in a minute. And once you've got that, it's pretty easy now, because all you have to do now is put the cover back on. Hang on, let's see, maybe we can put this underneath over here. And you can see that it doesn't protrude up. Yeah. This can be like that, and it goes over the way here. Maybe we can put it on the side of the airbox, and this works just fine. And the computer will come out somewhere over here, the module. Right, let's try that. We put the cover back on. So look, right over here, that's over here. That comes out pretty neat over here. And we'll see if that clears everything. And it seems that it will does. Done. So the cover's back on. We've got the wiring loom over here. That clears the fan easily. Nicely, nothing gets in the way. That we can put over there. This as well. This clears everything over here. Always nice and clear. And this is where it will come out. So the module will be right over here. Okay, now let's go get the module, plug it in, and see how it works. Right. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to program the module. we choose our car, and our car would be, a VW Group petrol. So we choose the petrol, then we choose the engine. Okay, so let's choose the engine, and we choose, it's a 2 liter. A 2 liter between 110 and 206 kilowatts. That's between 150 and 280 horsepower. Euro 6D temp, because we're running the GPF. So this is what we load, and we save it. And we save it. Successfully saved to flash. Okay, let's validate if everything is working on the module. And it is. And we are running on standard increase, because we can always modulate the module itself. We can boost it a little bit more or less, but we're going to run it standard for now. Yeah, it's saved. Yeah, we saved it before, that's alright. And we're ready to install it in the car. Let's go install it in the car. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to install the module right over here. As a matter of fact, I programmed 2 modules just in case, and it's very easy to plug it in now. Well, one hand is probably not going to work again. I think I should get some kind of a stand for my camera, But anyway, well, it's a normal computer joint. Join the 2 together, and let me come back to you in a second. Right, the module is joined, it's connected. What I'm going to do now is just put it in a pouch, a waterproof pouch. We'll just slide it in there, and obviously we're going to fix it somewhere close by here. I'll make a plan when I put it in the pouch. For the test drive, I'm not going to mount it like permanently, just a temp solution. Obviously you will want to mount it for good so it doesn't slide anywhere to the side, doesn't throw around the engine bay, although it doesn't have much slack, so you should be pretty good with that. Pretty easy to do that. Okay, and that's about it. I'm going to take it out now for a test drive. Just remember that on the bottom, the splash plate, the splash plate was taken off, so you got to put it back on. The cover's back on. This, you secure it, and you're ready to go. Okay, if you have any questions, write them down below. Cheers.